Now in previous lecture we have seen arithmetic group of instruction. Now before that we have seen data transfer group of instruction, right? Under instruction set we have seen data transfer group of instruction and arithmetic group of instructions, and this arithmetic group of instructions includes arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction and increment operation or decrement operation, right? Now 8085 microprocessor doesn't support multiplication or division operation, whereas 8086 we have 16-bit microprocessor, that is 8086 microprocessor, which is an advanced version of 8085. Now this 8086 microprocessor will support multiplication and division operation, whereas the basic microprocessor whatever we have seen, that is 8085 microprocessor, doesn't support multiplication and division operation. It supports only addition operation and subtraction operation, and after that we have seen increment operation and decrement operation under arithmetic group of instruction, right? Now coming to another set of instructions, that is logical group of instruction. Now this logical group of instruction set we will discuss now. Now under logical group of instruction, now this includes logical operations such as AND operation, OR operation, compare operation, rotate operation. Now all these logical operation will come under this group, right? Now let us see one by one instruction. Total 19 instructions are present under this logical group of instruction. Now let us see one by one, right? Now under this logical group of instruction, now the instruction under this group perform logical operation. Whatever the instruction that we are discussing now that will include the instruction which will perform the logical operation such as AND operation, OR operation, you have XOR operation you have, and similarly compare operation and similarly rotate operation. Now all these logical operations can be performed by logical set of instruction. Now let us see one by one instruction under logical group of instruction, right? Now coming to first instruction under logical group of instruction, we have ANAR, right? ANAR, right? Now this includes the logical AND operation, ANAR, which includes the logical AND operation between the contents of accumulator and the contents of register R, right? Now ANAR, right? Now this includes this instruction will perform the logical AND operation between the contents of A and contents of R register, right? Now I will give an example, and the result is stored automatically in your accumulator register, right? Now this is AND symbol, right? Now you are performing for this ANAR instruction, you are taking the contents of accumulator register and you are taking the contents of register R, which is specified within the instruction, and between these two contents you are performing AND operation and the result is stored in A, right? Now I will give an example. Now let us assume the accumulator A is storing data 10101010, which is an 8-bit data, right? Now let us assume the register R, or you can use B, right? You have B register, C register, D register, E register. Now all these are 8-bit register. Now these registers B and C together we can use a 16-bit register, and D and E together we can use a 16-bit register, and similarly H and L together we can use a 16-bit register. All this we have seen under the architecture of 8085, right? Now the register R or any specified register which is specified within the instruction, now that is storing the data. Let us assume 0000 4 zeros 4 ones, right? Now what this instruction will do, it will with the contents of accumulator register and with the contents of register R, it will perform AND operation, right? Now what is AND logic? You know AND table, right? You know AND table. When it is 00, the output is 0, right? When it is 00, the output is 0. When it is 0 1, output is also 0, and output when it is 1 0, it is 0. When it is 1 1, the output is 1, right? When two logic states are 1, right? When two logic states are 1, the output will be 1, and for remaining logic states it will be 0, right? Now what it will do? Now it will first consider the contents of accumulator register, that is, this is the contents of accumulator register. Now next it will consider the contents of register R or B, right, which is specified within the instruction, and between these two contents it will do AND operation, right? When it is 0 1, what is the result? 0, right? When it is 1 1, it is 1, right? When it is 0 1, output is 0. 1 1, it is 1, right? Now for 0 0, output is 0, and operation for 1 0, it is 0 0 0, right? Now convert this into hexadecimal format, right? We have in binary form, convert this into hexadecimal form, which is nothing but 0AH, right? Now this content is stored under your accumulator register, right? This content is stored under your accumulator register. This is how to perform AND operation between the contents of accumulator and the contents of register R, right? Now coming to first instruction, ANAR, right? AND operation between the contents of accumulator register and the contents of register R, and the result is stored in A itself. This is an example I have given. Now similarly you can do remaining logical operation by considering any example that I will give you as assignment. I have explained one example, and for remaining logical group of instructions you have to explain each and every instruction with an example, right? That I will give you as assignment by Saturday, right? Now coming to next instruction, right? Next instruction we have ANAM, right? ANAM. Next instruction is ANAM, right? AND operation. AN is nothing but AND operation, and A is nothing but accumulator, and M is nothing but memory location, right? AND operation between the contents of accumulator and the contents of memory location. What memory location will do? It will store some data, right? Now that data, using that data and using the data that is stored in accumulator register, between these two datas we are performing AND operation, right? Only the difference between this and this is, here we are performing with the contents of register R, and here we are performing the AND operation between the contents of accumulator and between the contents of memory location. Memory location will store some data. Now along with the data and with the data stored in the accumulator register, between those two datas we are performing AND operation, right? Only the difference is in whether it is register or memory location, it will store 8-bit data, right? Now that 8-bit data is used for AND operation, right? Now this is about second instruction, and operation is, it will, now memory location will store some data, right? Now between these contents of memory location and contents of accumulator we are performing AND operation, and the result is stored in accumulator itself, right? Now this instruction you have to explain it with an example. Now that I will give you as assignment, right? I will post a pic on your LMS, right, by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, by giving set of instructions, and those set of instructions you have to explain it with an example, right? Now this is about second instruction. Now coming to third instruction, we have ANI data, right? ANI data, whether it is ANAR or ANAM or ANI data, all these will do the AND operation, logical AND operation, right? Now this instruction ANI data, it will perform logical AND operation between the contents of accumulator and with data that is directly specified within the instruction, right? Now I can give an example, ANI 08H, right? 08H, right? Now accumulator is storing some data 03H, and the immediate data is specified within the instruction. Now this is in which format? Hexadecimal format, right? Now convert into binary form, right? Now how you will convert into binary form? Just 4-bit representation, right? You have to represent every bit under hexadecimal to 4-bit binary form, right? Now you have to know these conversions, right? Each bit under hexadecimal is represented by 4-bit form in order to convert to binary, right? Next we have 3. Now 0011, 4-bit representation. This is accumulator content. Next, immediate data which is specified within the instruction is 08H. Now represent it to 4 zeros. Now 100. Now between these two datas we are performing AND operation. 10 is 0, 10 is 0, 00 is 00. Now all are 0. Now convert this into hexadecimal format, right? Divide into 4-bit. Now this is 0, this is 0, and the result is stored where? Accumulator, right? Now this is about your AND logical operation, right? We have 3 set of instructions under AND logical operation, right? Now let me briefly explain again. Now ANAR, it will perform the logical AND operation between the contents of accumulator and contents of register, which is specified within the instruction, right? Now coming to ANAM, now it will perform the logical AND operation between the contents of accumulator, right? Between the contents of accumulator and the contents of memory location. Now what memory location will do? It will store some data. Now that data, on that data and the data stored in the accumulator, on these two datas we are performing the AND operation and the logical AND operation. You know the table. Now this is stored in the A itself, accumulator itself. Now coming to ANI data, AND operation immediate data. Directly I have given an example, ANI 08H, right? Now directly the immediate data is specified within the instruction with that data and the data stored in the accumulator, right? Here in this instruction directly data is specified, that is 08H, and the accumulator is storing data 03. Between these two contents we are performing the AND operation as I have explained here, and the result is stored with accumulator itself, right? Now these are 3 instructions under, these are your 3 instructions, right? Now coming to next set of instruction, that is we have seen 3 logical instructions using AND operation. Now coming to 4th instruction, now let me explain 4th instructions, ORAR. Now this is about logical OR operation, right? Logical OR operation, right? Now what it will do? It will perform the logical operation. This is logical OR symbol. If you are representing on upper side, that is logical AND. If you are representing lower side, that is logical OR, right? Now you are performing the logical OR operation between the contents of accumulator and the contents of register R, and the result is stored in accumulator itself, right? Now what is OR table? For 00 output is 0, for 01 1, 10 it is 1, 11 it is 1, right? Now we explain, you have to explain this OR logical instruction with an example under your assignment, right? Now this is about your 4th instruction. Now coming to 5th instruction, we have ORAM, right? Now contents of accumulator and the contents of memory location. Between these two contents you are performing what? Logical OR operation, and the result is stored in A itself, right? Now coming to 6th instruction, ORI data. ORI data, right? Now I can give an example, ORI some 09H. Now A is storing some 05H. Between these two contents you are performing logical operation, and the result is stored in, the instruction will appear here, appear like this, right? Between 09H and the contents of accumulator you are performing logical OR operation, and the result is stored in A itself, right? Now this is 6th instruction. Now coming to 7th instruction, you have XRAR. Now this is logical XOR operation, right? XRAR. Now this is logical XOR operation, right? Now the symbol is like this, you are performing exclusive OR operation. Exclusive OR operation between the contents of accumulator and the contents of register R, and the result is stored where accumulator itself, right? Now what is XOR table? For 0 0 output is 0 0 1, it is 1 1 0, it is 1, and for 1 1 it is 0. This is exclusive OR table, right? Now what it will do, it will perform the exclusive OR operation between the contents of accumulator and the contents of register R, and the result is stored in accumulator itself, right? Now coming to next instruction, we have XRAM, right? XRAM, right? Now what this instruction will do, now between the contents of accumulator and between the contents of memory location, right? Memory location will store some data. With that data and the data that is stored in the accumulator, we are performing XOR operation, and the result is stored in A itself, right? Now this is about 8th instruction. Now coming to 9th instruction, XRI data, immediate data, right? Now I can give an example like XRI some 12H, right? Now let us assume this is the instruction, right? Now between the contents of accumulator and the data that is specified, which data is specified? 12H, right? With this data and with the data that is stored in the accumulator, you are performing exclusive OR operation, and the result is stored in accumulator itself, right? Now this is about your 9th instruction. Now coming to 10th instruction, CMA, right? 10th logical instruction is CMA, that is complementing the contents of A register. CMA, that is complementing contents of A register, right? That means complementing means 0 will become 1, 1 will become 0, right? 0 will become 1, 1 will become, I will give an example. Now let us assume the contents of register AR04H, right? Now this is the data that is stored under your accumulator register. Now this is in which format? Hexadecimal form. Now convert into binary form. How you will convert? Represent in 4-bit form, right? For 0 you have to represent in 4-bit form, that is all zeros. Now for 4, 0 1 0, right? Now complementing it, complementing means 0 will become 1, 1 will become 0. Now we have 0 1 1 1 1, right? Now here it will become 1 0 1 1, right? Now convert this into hexadecimal form, right? Now when all are ones, it is F, right? It is F. When it is 1 0 1 1, for 1 0 1 0 you have, it is A, and for 1 0 1 1 it is B, right? And similarly for 1 1 0 0 it is C, and for 1 1 0 1 it is D, and for 1 1 1 1 0 it is E, right? All ones it is F. This number format you might have seen under your hexadecimal, right? Now what you will get? F. For all ones it is F, for 1 0 1 1 it is B, right? Now this is stored where? Again A itself, right? You are just complementing the contents of A register. First hexadecimal format should be converted to binary form, right? Now that binary form, under that binary form you have sequence of 0 sign 1, right? Now 0 is converted to 1 and 1 is converted to 0. After converting that sequence of 0 sign 1s, right, you have to divide into 4-bit form and again convert into hexadecimal format. Like this we have done it, right? And again the result is stored under your A register, right? Now this is about your 10th instruction, right? Now let me briefly explain ORAR, right? Coming to 4th instruction, ORAR, right? Now this will do the logical OR operation between the contents of accumulator and the contents of register R. This is the symbol of logical OR, right? Now ORAM, it will do the logical OR operation between the contents of memory location and contents of accumulator, and the result is stored in accumulator itself, right? Now ORI data, directly the data is specified within the instruction. Now with that data and with the contents of accumulator register, we are performing logical OR operation, and the result is stored in accumulator itself, right? Now coming to XRAR, now exclusive OR operation, right? Now this will do the exclusive OR operation between the contents of accumulator and contents of register R, and the result is stored in accumulator itself, right? Now coming to next instruction, that is XRAM. Now it will do the logical XOR operation between the contents of memory location and the contents of accumulator, exclusive OR, logical exclusive OR operation between the contents of memory location and contents of accumulator, and the result is stored in A itself, right? Now XRI data, now with the data specified within the instruction and with the contents of accumulator, you are performing exclusive OR operation, and the result is stored in A itself, right? Now coming to 10th instruction, CMA, complementing the contents of accumulator register, right? Complementing the contents of accumulator register, right? Now A is given as 04H. Now let us assume A is storing 04H. Now how it will do? First it will convert hexadecimal to binary, hexadecimal format to binary. Next inverting, complementing, 0 will become 1, 1 will become 0, right? After inverting, after buffering or complementing, you will get this data, right? This representation you have to remember. When it is all ones, F is representation, 1011, it is B. Now the final result is stored under accumulator itself, right? Now this is about 10th instruction, right? Now coming to 11th instruction, we have CMC. CMA is nothing but complementing accumulator contents. Now CMC is nothing but complementing carry flag, right? Now carry flag, if it is 0 by CMC, it will become 1. If it is 1 by CMC, it will become 0. Complementing carry flag, right? Now coming to 12th instruction, we have STC. This is set carry flag. STC, this is set carry flag. Set means indicates carry flag is set to 1, right? Now this is about 12th instruction. Now coming to 13th instruction, CMPR. CMPR, right? Now comparing the contents of accumulator with the contents of register R, right? Comparing the contents of accumulator with the contents of register R, right? Now this will compare by the operation of subtracting A minus R, right? A minus R, right? Now when you are comparing two things, you will get three results. Either A may be greater than R or A may be less than R. That means contents of accumulator may be greater than the contents of register R, or the contents of accumulator may be less than the contents of register R, or the contents of accumulator is equals to contents of register R. Three things are possible, right? Now let us see one by one. Now if contents of accumulator, right? If contents of accumulator is less than contents of register R, right? If contents of accumulator is less than contents of register R. Now for this condition, carry flag is set to 1 and 0 flag is reset, right? Carry flag is set to 1 and 0 flag is reset. When both are equal, when the contents of accumulator are same as the contents of register R. Now at this situation, now 0 flag is set to 1. 0 flag is set to 1 and carry flag is set to 0. Just reverse, right? 0 flag is set to 1 and carry flag is set to 0. When A is greater than R, that means contents of accumulator are greater than the contents of register R. Now for this condition, both carry flag and 0 flag are under reset. Both will be 0, right? Now what it will do, CMPR. Now it will compare the contents of accumulator with the contents of register R by using subtraction operation, right? CMPR is the instruction which is used to compare the contents of accumulator with the contents of register by using the operation of subtraction. When you are comparing, you may get greater or less than or equal, right? When A is less than R, when the contents of accumulator are less than the contents of register R, carry flag is set and 0 flag is reset. When A equals to R, 0 flag is set and carry flag is reset. When A is greater than R, both carry flag and 0 flag are reset. Where you will observe carry flag and 0 flag, you have PSW, program status word or processor status word. Under that you will have carry flag, 0 flag, parity flag, sign flag, right? All this you will observe under PSW, right? Now this is about 13th instruction. Now coming to 14th instruction, now CMPM, right? CMPM. Now what it will do, it will compare the contents of accumulator with the contents of memory location, right? There you are comparing the register contents, here you are comparing the memory content. Everything is same, only there you are directly taking the contents, there you are directly comparing the contents from the register, but here it is memory location, right? Now when the contents of A, same thing is followed here, is less than the contents of memory location, right? Now what it will set, carry flag is set and 0 flag is reset. When the both are equal, contents of accumulator and the contents of memory location both are equal, Z is set and carry flag is reset, right? Now when A is greater than M, that means contents of accumulator are greater than the contents of memory location. Now what happens, carry flag and 0 flag are reset, right? This thing is same. When you are performing the compare operation, this thing is same. Only this will vary, whether it is register or whether it is a memory location. And next instruction is immediate data, right? Now this is about your 14th instruction, compare M. Now let me briefly explain. CMC, complementing carry flag. Complementing means one will be, if carry flag is 1, it will, upon CMC it will set to 0. When carry flag is 0, upon CMC it is set to 1, right? Now STC, CMC is nothing but complementing carry flag. When it is 1, it will become 0 by CMC. When it is 0, it will become 1 by CMC, right? Now STC, set carry flag, right? You are setting carry flag to 1, right? CMP, compare the contents of accumulator with the contents of register R. When you are comparing, you will get 3 results, less than, greater than or equals to, right? When contents of accumulator are less than the contents of register R, carry flag is set and 0 flag is reset. When the contents of accumulator are equals to the contents of register R, 0 flag is set and carry flag is reset, right? When the contents of accumulator are greater than the contents of register R, right? When the contents of accumulator are greater than the contents of register R, both carry flag and 0 flag are reset, right? Now the same thing, only the difference between these two instructions is, here it is register, here it is memory location. CMPM, it will compare the contents of accumulator with the contents of memory location, right? If it is less than, carry flag is set, 0 flag is 0. When it is equals, the 0 flag is 1 and carry flag is 0. When it is greater than, carry and 0 are 0, right? Now this is about your 14th instruction, right? Now coming to 15th instruction, we have, now coming to 15th instruction, we have CPI data, right? Now this is, it will compare the contents of instruction with the immediate data specified within the instruction, right? With the immediate data, compare only, the directly the data is specified here. When both are, when it is less than, right? When A is less than data that is specified within the instruction, carry flag is set and 0 flag is 0. When A is greater than the data, contents of A is greater than the data. Now 0 flag is, carry flag is 0 and 0 flag is 1. When when A equals to data, now when A is greater than data which is specified within the instruction, both carry and 0 flag are the same thing. These are same whether it is data or the memory or the whether it is immediate data or the data in the memory location or contents of the register R. When you are doing the compare operation with the contents of accumulator and the contents of register R or the contents of memory location or the immediate data, this will be same, right? Only this will vary whether it is register contents or memory location contents or the immediate data that is specified within the instruction, right? Now this is about 15th instruction. Now coming to 16th instruction, and next we have rotate instruction. Coming, you have remaining 4 instructions are there. Now those are rotate group of instruction that indicates that comes under your logical set only, right? Now before going to rotate group of instruction, let me briefly explain. Now the CPI data, comparing the contents of accumulator with the immediate data that is specified within the instruction, when the contents of accumulator is less than the data that is specified within the instruction, carry flag is set and 0 flag is reset. When both are equal, carry flag is 0 and 0 flag is 1. When the contents of accumulator is greater than the data that is specified within the instruction, both are under reset, right? Now this is about 15 logical group of instruction. Now coming to rotate group of instruction, that also includes under your logical group only. Now this rotate group of instruction, under that we have first RLC, first rotate instruction, that is RLC, that indicates abbreviation is rotate accumulator left, right? Rotate accumulator left, right? Now using this instruction, we can shift each bit to the adjacent left position. Using this instruction, we can shift each bit to the adjacent left position, right? Now how this instruction will go, let us give an example. We have carry here and it will support 8085 will support 8 bit of data, right? Now that 8 bit of data I am representing here D7, D6, D5, D4, D3, D2, D1 and D0, right? Now using this rotate accumulator left, right? Using this instruction, right? Using this instruction, we can shift each bit. Now this is 8 bit data. We can shift each bit to the adjacent left position. That means D0 is shifted here and D1 is shifted here and D2 is shifted here, D3 is shifted here, D4 to here, D5 to here and D6 to here, D7 to here, right? Now carry is replaced by D7 bit, right? Carry is replaced by D7 bit. Now D7 is replaced with D6 and D6 is replaced with D5. Adjacent left, you are shifting each bit by adjacent left position. D5 by D4, D4 by D3, D3 by D2 and D1, D2 by D1 and D1 by D0, right? Now we have one more left out box, right? We have D0, right? Now this D7 is end on carried, right? D7 is end on carried. Whatever the D7, that is replaced by D0. Rotate instruction, rotate, right? Now this is how the operation of RLC, right? You are shifting each bit by adjacent left position, right? D7 is replaced here, D6, D5, D4, D3, D2, D1, right? Now D1 with D0. Now this bit is rotated, right? Now this is about RLC instruction. Now coming to RRC instruction, right? RRC instruction, this is rotate accumulator, rotate accumulator right. Right. Now using this instruction we can shift each bit by adjacent right position. Here we are shifting each bit by adjacent left. Here we are shifting each bit by adjacent right. Right. Now I give an example. First represent 8-bit data. Right. First represent 8-bit data. You have D7, D6, D5, D4, D3, D2, D1 and D0. This is 8-bit data and you have a carry flag, right? Now each bit is represented by adjacent right position, right? Now D7 is shifted to D6, D6 to D5, D5 to D4, D4 to D3, D3 to D2, D2 to D1 and D1 to D0, D0 to carry flag, right? Now I will represent here again. Now D6 is represented by D7, D5 by D6, D4 by D5, D3 by D4 and D2 by D3 and D1 by D2, D0 by D1 and carry flag by D0, right? We are shifting adjacent right by one position, right? And the last bit is rotated. Last bit is rotated, right? Only here under left we are rotating D7, under right position we are rotating D0, right? Now this is about RRC instruction. Now let me briefly explain. RLC, rotate accumulator right, left, right? Rotate accumulator left. Using this instruction we can shift each bit by adjacent left position. Left, the name itself indicates left. Now using this instruction we can shift each bit by adjacent left position. I have taken an example. You are shifting each bit by adjacent left position. D1, D0 to D1, D1 to D2, D2 to D3 and so on, right? Now here upon RLC you will get the result like this. D7 is shifted one bit left side. Now this is D7. Now here you will get D6, D5, D4, D3, D2, D1, D0, right? And the last bit is rotated, right? Now coming to RRC, rotate accumulator right, right? Rotate accumulator right. Now using this instruction we can shift each bit by adjacent right position. Using this instruction we can shift each bit by adjacent right position. You can see this example. Adjacent right, D7 to D6, D6 to D5, D5 to D4, D4 to D3, D3 to D2, D2 to D1, D1 to D0 and carry, right? Now upon shifting, right, upon shifting to adjacent right position, the result will be D6 is replaced by D7, D6, D5, D4, D3, D2 and D0, right? Now this is rotated, right? Now this is the result of RRC, right? Now we have to explain this RLC and RRC, and you have two more instruction, RAL and RAR, right? RAL and RAR, you have to explain this instruction by considering an example. Now that I will give you as assignment. If you understood the operation of instruction, right? If you understood the operation of instruction, then you can consider any hexadecimal data, 2-bit hexadecimal data, nothing but 8-bit binary data. Using that binary data, 8-bit binary data, you can represent, you can consider any one hexadecimal data. Using that any one hexadecimal data, you can perform RAL, all rotate group of instruction operation, right? Now coming to 18th instruction, you have RAL, right? Now this abbreviation is rotate accumulator left through carry. Rotate accumulator left through carry, that means along with carry. If you see previous instruction, we have neglected carry, right? We have neglected carry, but this RAL and RAR, we are rotating adjacent left position or right position along with carry, right? Now RAL, that is rotate accumulator left through carry, right? Now using this instruction we can shift each bit by adjacent left position along with carry, right? If you see this instruction,
RLC and RRC we have neglected carry. Upon RLC and RRC we have neglected carry flag, but here we are rotating to adjacent left position or adjacent right position along with carry, right? Now I will give an example. You have carry flag here, and next represent D7, D6, D5, D4, D3, D2, D1 and D0, right? Now you are shifting each bit by adjacent left position. Since it is left, adjacent left position along with carry, right? You are shifting, the D2 will become D3, and here D3 you will get D4, D5, D6 and here you will get D7, right? Now carry is replaced by D7 because you are adjacent left position. Now here D7 is replaced by D6 followed by D5, and next you will get D4, D3, D2, D1, D0. Now D0 is replaced by carry, right? D0 is replaced by carry. If it is RLC, if it is RLC, here you will get if it is RLC, here you will get D7, right? Now here under RAL carry is rotated, right? Now coming to 19th instruction, you have RAR, rotate accumulator right, rotate accumulator right through carry, rotate accumulator right through carry, right? Now first represent 8-bit data. We have D7, right, D6, D5, D4, D3, D2, D1 and D0. Next we have carry flag, right? Next we have carry flag, right? Now using this instruction we can shift each bit by adjacent right position along with carry, right? Now D7, here you will get D6, here you will get D5, D4, D3, D2, D1 and D0, here you will get, right? Now the representation is, here you will get D7, D7, D6, D5, D4, D3, D2, D1 and here it carry is replaced by D0 and carry is carried here, right? Along with carry, right? Now coming to RAL and RAR, let me briefly explain. RAL indicates rotate accumulator left along with carry, right? Rotate accumulator left along with carry. Now using this instruction we can shift each bit by adjacent left position along with carry, right? If you see this example, you are shifting each bit by adjacent left position. Upon shifting, carry is replaced by D7, D6, D5, D4, here you will, right? And the last bit is replaced with carry, right? Last bit is replaced with carry. Now coming to RAR, rotate accumulator right through carry, right? Now if you see this example, using this instruction you can shift each bit by adjacent right position. You can shift each bit by adjacent right position along with carry. If you see this example, you are shifting each bit by adjacent right position. Upon shifting, D6 is replaced by D7 and it will go on here D7, D6, D5, D4 so on up to D6, right? And the last bit is replaced with carry, right? Now this is about logical group of instruction, right? In the next lecture we will see branch group of instruction. Branch, you have we have seen 3 different types and the leftover are 2 different types. One is branch group of instructions and another one is IO and machine control group of instruction, right? Now this we will see under next lecture, branch group of instructions and next IO and machine control group of instruction. There ends the total instruction set of 8085. Now those remaining 2 parts, that is branch group of instructions and machine and IO control group of instruction. Now that we will see under next lecture, right? Thank you.